Hey, just a real quick show of hands out there. How many of you are just like me where, yeah, you're excited for Christmas, you're excited for the presents, and, obviously with me with 7 kids, of course, it's a great time of year. But how many of you don't really enjoy the shopping before Christmas, but you're a little bit more interested in the shopping after Christmas, after New Year's, where you feel like you can get some good deals? Raise your hand if that's you. I know that that's me. I'm not a big shopper, but if I do like to shop, I notice that those times it's a little bit more strategic. You can get a better value. This is Andy Leakey, a part of Andy Leakey and Associates with FC Tucker. And first of all, happy holidays to all of you out there watching. But anybody that is watching this out there, if you can relate to what I'm talking about right now, that's kind of the metaphor that I want you to keep in mind as you talk about the latest edition, the December edition of the Central Indiana real estate market that I bring to you each and every month. I really think right now, people that have the foresight and the courage and see the broader view, that look to maybe make a purchase, maybe make a move sooner rather than later, they may be like those people that kind of strategically buy things on sale kind of just after Christmas, just after New Year's. So I'll talk about that a little bit today on why I believe that's the case. And by the way, it's like December 20th right now, and look at the weather. I'm here in Forest Park here in Noblesville. Man, it's absolutely gorgeous out here, but thought it'd just be a different backdrop for my typical monthly market watches. But anyway, I'm going to start out like I always do, just giving you some data and what's going on in the market, and then also give you a little bit of my thoughts on what I'm seeing. It's been a very interesting December. For those of you that may not know, interest rates have have declined faster than at any point over the last 15 years. So since 2008. And just to give you an example of that, I'm not even getting into the market watch yet, but I think this data is so important. In October, interest rates were a little over 8%. 8.125 as a matter of fact. And to just kind of clarify that in real world numbers, if you purchased a $400,000 mortgage, then not counting property taxes, not counting insurance, your mortgage would have been $2,970. Today, as we sit here on December 20th, interest rates are 6.625%. So on a $400,000 house, that's a payment of $2,561, saving you over $400 a month. Over the life of the loan, so if you actually carried that loan for the full 30 years, that actually saves you $147,000 of interest. So what we're seeing right now in this market is we are seeing rates go down, and because rates are going down, we're seeing, even in this time of year and the holidays, demand start to go up. It's a really interesting dynamic that's happening that I think is really compelling, and really I think could set the stage for an intriguing 2024. But before we talk about that, let's just take a step back on the data from the previous month statistics. Obviously, these are taken from November. In Central Indiana, home sales rose 2.1%. Home sales dipped 11.5% over the same time a year ago, and home prices went up 5.7%. When you compare that to 4 years ago, you guys know that follow me a lot know that I like to compare to 4 years ago, because that was when the market was a little bit more quote unquote normal. We only had 79.8% of the inventory in Central Indiana that we had 4 years ago. So eight homes for sale now compared to 10 4 years ago. Home sales were down over 21%, but home prices were actually less by about 48.8%. So it's kind of interesting 4 years ago that we've just seen that much growth and that much appreciation. It's because we don't have enough homes on the market. Hamilton County, where I'm at right now, like I said, here in Noblesville, available homes for sale inventory was down 5.2% in November. Home sales down 14%. But home prices rose 8% from the same time a year ago. And when you compare that to 4 years ago, everything's been more exaggerated here in Hamilton County. We only had 57% of homes for sale now in November of 2019 compared to November of 2023. So 56.9, that's basically 5 out of 10, or 5.5 now compared to 10 4 years ago. That's pretty crazy. Home sales down 30%, so almost a third down of the number of home sales. But home prices were down 52% 4 years ago. It's really pretty amazing on that. So So really, so what does that mean? That means that the market has been a little sleepy, and that with the lower interest rates, it's starting to wake up. Right now, what we're seeing in the last 60 days, homes have sold for, on average, a little over 98% of list price to purchase price. But there weren't a lot of sales in the last couple of months, to be very honest with you. Again, we're starting to see that spark come back right now. I had a home that was listed for almost 5 months, had no offers. We got it sold last week, and a second person that was very interested. We have buyers that are kind of coming out and looking to see what's available, starting to kind of start that process a little bit early, just to see what's available. We have a lot of pent-up demand, and now that rates are dipping, people feel like that once the new year starts, they can maybe get back in the market. So what does that mean for you or somebody that's thinking about making a move? Moving, like I say all the time, moving is not an event, moving is a process, right? And so maybe you're thinking, hey, this sounds great, but I'm not really looking to make a move anytime soon, and that's perfectly fine. But if you know somebody that is, I think that the stage is getting set for some more activity as rates go down. And by the way, as rates go down, prices have a tendency to go up. That's why I think buyers who act really in this next 30 to 45, maybe 60-day window, I think that they'll kind of beat some of the competition to the door. I do expect that by the middle of the first quarter, certainly by the second quarter, we're going to kind of see buyers come back that were sitting on the sidelines and waiting, and also a new crop of buyers come in. We may also see a few more homes that get put on the market because rates are lower. So if you know somebody that's thinking about making a move, understanding these dynamics, I think, is really critical to being able to strategically maximize your buying and or selling opportunity. If you know somebody that would like to know how to get out in front of that and really maximize that, here at Andy Leakey & Associates, we would love to serve them. I wish all of you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and as always, we're never too busy for your referrals.